Hey, let me ask you something. You know your nationality according to the Bible?
African American, half Jamaican.
Half Jamaican? Give me numbers 1 to 18. If you sit here for a second, I'll show you a few things, okay? I'm gonna show you a few things. If you sit here for a few seconds, I'll show you the greatest thing ever walked this earth.
That's how you get brief.
Okay, watch this. Numbers 1:18.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
So according to the Bible, we what our father is. You understand? So like, what's your father? What's your father so-called what? So-called Jamaican? Okay, over here, the Bible calls us Benjamin. The West Indies, they'll be the so-called Benjamins. You understand? We're the Benjamites. You understand what I'm saying? So you'll be from the tribe of Benjamin, right? You ever heard that before? You ever heard that you was an Israelite? Let me show you how the Most High God think of the Israelites. Deuteronomy 76. I'm gonna be brief. You understand what situation we in? Like, we're in a lower state, we killed, we slaughtered in the streets, it was hard for us to get jobs. It's because we stopped listening to the Most High God. Read what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
The Most High God said we holy. Holy means separate. Read.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
The Most High God said the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're above all people on the face of the earth. But see, where we went off at, we fight for equal rights. But the Bible says we're above. We try to assimilate instead of separate ourselves from them. Come up out of them. You understand what I'm saying? Give me Deuteronomy 28:15. We're gonna go through some. Start at 15. I'm gonna show you why we're in the state that we in. Read what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the Most High God said if we didn't listen to him and keep his commandments, there's going to be a bunch of curses that came upon us. You understand what I'm saying? Give me 16 and then I want 32 and the slave trade.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So the Most High said we was going to be cursed in the city, right? Cursed in the city. When you see today in the city, in the ghettos, the slums, you see how people kill. You see the police officers kill our brothers and sisters with evidence and get off. The Most High God said we was going to be cursed in the city. You already know about the field. You see the fields right there. He said we was going to be cursed in the fields. This was prophesied thousands of years ago if we didn't listen to the Most High God. So what we out here doing is we showing our people who they is. That we not African Americans. We the greatest thing ever walked this earth. We Judah, Benjamin, Levi. You understand what I'm saying? But it's something that we got to do because he just told us, he was like, hey, if y'all don't listen and keep my commandments, these curses were going to come upon us. So when we read Deuteronomy 7 and 6 and we was a holy people, above people, that only apply to us when we keeping the commandments. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to show you a commandment. Give me Habakkuk 2 and 8. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. Read what you got.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 8. 18.
So we're going to show you a commandment, something that can help us get out of the situation that we in. Read.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 18. What profited the graven image?
So the question was, what profited the graven image? A graven image is something that we make with our hands. These could be graven images. This could be a graven image. This a graven image. That's a graven image you got on your neck too as well. Watch this though. Read.
That the maker thereof had graven it. The molten image.
The molten image is a melted image like that chain. Read.
And a teacher of lies.
A teacher of what?
A teacher of lies.
See, they told us that the cross symbolizes Jesus, right? But that was just like, say for instance, my brother got shot with a 45, right? And I take the 45 and I put it around my neck. Would that make sense? That's the same thing with that cross. They slaughtered cross. That was like the electric chair for those time frames. You understand? There was many our people put on those crosses. So the Most High God called it. Read it again.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 18. What profited the graven image?
So the Most High God said, what profited the graven image? What type of profit do that bring you? Do it help you out at all? It don't. Read.
That the maker thereof have graven it.
He said, what profited the graven image that the man made for you? Read.
The molten image and a teacher of lies.
That's a teacher of lies, because like I just said, we both know they tell us that symbolizes Christ. But that's just like me, like I just told you, it's like me having that same bullet that put my brother to death on my chain and saying, oh, I wear this in remembrance of my brother. It wouldn't make sense. It'll be totally blasphemy. That's what he just said. It'll be lies. You understand what I'm saying? So what would you have to do? You have to get rid of that thing. That's part of the reasons why we in the situation that we in. And I know that it makes it be like, that's small. Get that in one of them break the least of these commandments. 5:19. So it'll be like, okay, well, you telling me my chain can stop me from getting the kingdom. That's what you telling me. I'm gonna show you though. Watch this, read.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments,
he said, whoever break one of the smallest commandments, read,
and shall teach men to do so.
Because guess what? The first way we teach people is by what? An example. When we go to and fro, like say for instance, if I got a son, I can't tell my son, hey son, don't smoke weed if every time he come home, daddy high and I got a blunt in my mouth. That wouldn't make sense. What he gonna follow? After my example. So the Most High God said, if you break one of his least commandments and you teach somebody so, teaching can be knowingly or unknowingly as well. Read.
He shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
So he said you're gonna be found least in the kingdom of heaven. Read.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
So the person that teach, because that's what we out here doing. We teaching you, hey bro, that right there that can stop you from getting the kingdom. The Most High God commands us to come out here and teach our people that get Leviticus 19 and 17. Because it's not hate. And I'm gonna be honest with you. You don't have to get rid of the chain part, but it'll behoove you to get rid of that cross because it's sin. You're in the midst of idolatry. That's what that's called. Read what you got.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17.
And I'm going to this scripture so you know that I ain't just out here to blast you or get no views. Read what you got.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
My heart is my mind. The Bible tells me I shouldn't hate you in my heart. Meaning I shouldn't let you walk by. I seen you from over there. I shouldn't have let you walk by, see that you're in the midst of sin, and don't say nothing to you. Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
The Most High God said, you shall in any wise that all your might correct your neighbor. You my neighbor. I'm from the tribe of Judah. You from the tribe of Benjamin. You my neighbor. He said I should in any wise correct my neighbor. Read.
And not suffer sin upon him.
I don't want to see you put to death from something stupid as a cross.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you something else. Give me the hat. I'm gonna show you something else.
You know?
I'm gonna show you something else. But I want you to understand though. It sounds good. You can agree with me. But if you keep it on, get that. I'm gonna show you something. 15:23 Samuel, 1 Samuel. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something else. I'm gonna show you, cause like we know our people in a destroyed state. We don't know none of this, so I'm not out here to try to blast you. I want you to understand. And if you don't understand, you have any questions, we're gonna make sure that we can answer them for you. Read what you got.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
So look, the Most High God said rebellion, meaning not listening to the prophets telling you, hey bro, you're in the midst of idolatry. He said, that's the sin of witchcraft. Read.
And stubbornness is as iniquity of idolatry.
So he said it's just like being in the midst of idolatry. You understand what I'm saying? The Most High tells us not to add sin onto sin. You get what I'm saying? You believe the Bible? Get Sirach 32 and 24. How you doing, sis? Let me ask you a question. What's your nationality? You know your nationality according to the Bible? You know who you are? What you call yourself? An African American? All right, if you stay right there, I'm going to deal with him and I'm going to show you some, okay? All right, read what you got.
The book of Sirach.
What's your name, bro? Rajay? Rajay? I'm Zephaniah. I'm going to show you some, Rajay. Read.
The book of Sirach, chapter 32, verse 24. He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandment.
The Most High said, he that believeth on me, they take heed to the commandment. I just showed you one commandment with the chain. Now I'm going to show you another one with you. Get that in the hat. No, he said, he that believeth taketh heed, mean what? Okay, the Bible just said that was a teacher of lies, right? So what should you do? Take it away, take it off of your neck. You can keep the chain piece, but you'll have to get rid of that cross. You have to get rid of that cross, that's sin. Right. But he just told you if you don't, it's rebellion is like witchcraft. You might as well be a witch. Read that.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the Most High God said the head of every man, which is you, all of us up here, he said your head is Christ. Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
So if you got a wife, are you married? He said the head of your wife is your head. Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
So Christ's head is God. Read.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
Now let me ask you a question. Who is your head again? Who's the man head? You your woman head. The scriptures say Christ is your head. The Bible just said any man praying or prophesying, right now we prophesying. He said if any man praying or prophesying having his head covered, dishonor his head. Meaning what? When the scripture's coming out, your hat gotta come off. You understand that? So what should you do? Right, all praise to the Most High. But as well though, that chain gotta come off.
Last thing I have with my late mother. I will not take this off. I understand what you guys are saying.
Give me
respect to my late mother. This is the last thing I got from my mother before she passed away.
Give me Acts 5 and 29. Give me Acts 5 and 29. I'm gonna show you something. Cause it sounds good. All praise to the Most High. It sounds good. Read what you got.
The book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
The Bible says we ought to obey God rather than man. You understand what I'm saying? So either you gonna obey the Bible or you gonna obey man. That's up to you. The scripture tell you to lean not on your own understanding. You understand what I'm saying? So that's on you. Hey sis, you said you're African American. I'm gonna show you something. Get that in Deuteronomy 28 and 37.
Hey bro, let me tell you something real quick.
Yeah, I gotta work. I'm sorry guys.
All right, go. Read what you got. I'm gonna show you something. Start at the top. 28, give me 28 and 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So let me ask you a question. What's your name? Huh? Khalil? Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? So the Most High said that we don't listen to him and keep his commandments, all these curses is gonna come upon us, right? I'm telling you, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't, this is the greatest thing you go over here. You can tell whoever that is on the phone to wait and you can call them back. Because you can't do two things at once. I'm just being honest, you can't listen to us and listen on the phone. If you really wanna know, you wanna know how you get to the kingdom? You wanna know how you make it to heaven? Get that. I'm gonna show you how you make it to heaven. Because I'm telling you, how old you is this? 16? You're a child. It behooves you to learn this thing. Listen, I want you to listen. Read what you got.
The book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
So somebody came and asked Christ, how do I receive the kingdom of heaven, right? That's the same thing you should be asking us. How do you get to heaven? How do you think you're supposed to get to heaven, Khalil? What you got to do to get to heaven? Huh? I can't hear you. Doing good? All right, read what you got. We're going to show you.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
So, the way that we get eternal life, sis, you listening? Is what it said. It said we got to do what? Keep the commandments, right? I'm going to show you a commandment, all right? All right, go to 1 Peter 2 and 9. I'm going to give you a commandment. First of all, give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I'm going to show you how the Most High think of you first, all right? I'm going to show you what the Most High God think of us. Because too long, we go by what? Bees, hoes, thoughts, and all these different names, and that's not what the Most High God think of us. Right. The Most High God think of you as a princess. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Right. You're the greatest thing ever walked this earth, but you have to listen. You understand? It say man's going to the Lord. The Most High got you right here for a reason. So listen, okay? Read what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
The Most High God said, first and foremost, y'all holy people. The word holy means to be separate. So God said that, hey, Khalil, you a separate person. Read.
Thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
So God said, Khalil, I chose you to be a special person to myself. You know how some, like say for instance, you got a favorite pair of shoes you like to wear? You treat them different than all your other shoes, right? That's what God said about you. He said, you a special people unto me, unto myself. I care about you more than anything else. Read.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So the Most High God said, Khalil, you above all people on the face of the earth. So how we got to this lower state? We just read it. We stopped keeping God's commandments. Yes, you understand what I'm saying? I'm going to show you some commandments. Give me that 1 Peter 2:9. I'm going to show you a commandment, okay? All right.
The book of 1 Peter.
That's your boyfriend? I'm going to show you something about that too. You 16 years old, right? And how old he is? He's 17? All right, I'm going to show you something. Read what you got. Go to Hebrews 13:4. I'm going to show you something. What's his name? What's your name, little bro? Huh? Amari. Come right here, Amari. It's good, both of y'all right here together. I want y'all to listen, right? We were just showing Khalil that both of y'all the greatest thing ever walked this earth. She just told me that you her boyfriend. You 17, she's 16. That's nothing neither one of y'all supposed to be doing to my boyfriend and girlfriend. That's right. You understand? Y'all 2 children. Y'all 2 child. You don't know nothing about being a man. She don't know nothing about being a woman. How you be a man, Khalil? Yeah, what is a man? How do you be a man? Huh? The man is the head of the house, right? You got a house? You stay with your mom, right? You stay with your grandma, right? You stay with your mama, right? Who you stay with? Huh? Your granddaddy? So right now, you can't provide her a house or nothing like that if you was to get her pregnant. You got a job? You can't take care of her if you got her pregnant. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And I ain't out here to blast y'all. I want y'all to listen though. I'm gonna show you something. Read what you got.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled.
God says marriage is honorable. You know what the word honorable mean? It means he respects marriage. So God respects marriage. Read.
But whoremongers.
You know what a whoremonger is? A whoremonger is a young man or an old man that sleep from woman to woman to woman. Y'all not married right now. That's what spirit you rolling in as a young child. You understand what I'm saying? Read.
An adulteress.
An adulteress is a young woman who sleep from man to man. You listening, Khalil? Read.
God will judge.
So God said he gonna judge them. You know how God judge whoremongers and adulterers? Give me some of the ways that, you know about AIDS, right? That's how God judged whoremongers and adulterers. He put AIDS in the community. He put syphilis in the community. Right. He put baby mamas in the community. Right. You get her pregnant, then you go about your business because you can't take care of you was to get her pregnant, and she can't take care of the child if she was to get pregnant. Meaning what? Her grandma and her granddaddy gonna have to take care of that child, and you gonna be on about your business. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all got something better to be doing. Give me Deuteronomy 6 and 7. You understand what I'm saying? Because the Bible tells us to train up a child in the way they should go. I wasn't trained up in the way I should go because I was the same age as you with a girlfriend. You understand what I'm saying? Doing the same thing you was doing. You understand? So we're not out here to blast you, but I do want you to get to the heaven. I don't want to see neither one of y'all put to death behind ignorance. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 7. And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children.
So the Most High God said we should teach them diligent to our children. What we're supposed to teach our children is God's laws, statutes, and commandments. We just read one, which is marriage is honorable. That's one of the commandments. You were supposed to be taught that as a young man. She was supposed to be taught that as a young woman. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we out here to teach y'all that. Read.
And shall talk with them when thou sittest in thine house.
So when you sit at home with your, when you say you stay with your grandma, when you sit at home with whoever your parents is, they supposed to be teaching you God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Read. You as well.
And when thou walkest by the way.
So when we walking down the road and y'all just chilling, you supposed to be in God's laws. Yes. You understand what I'm saying? Read.
And when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
The only thing should be on both of y'all mind right now as young children is God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Not boyfriend and girlfriend. Not boyfriend and girlfriend. You understand what I'm saying? Give me Exodus. Yeah, all praise. Because guess what? You done slept with this sister before? You done laid with this sister before? All praises. Now I'm going to show you that you're not ready to be a man. I'm going to show you that you're not ready to be a woman yet. Because what you supposed to do if you lay with a woman? I know. You understand what I'm saying? Watch this. Read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 16. Yep. If a man entice a maid.
You entice this woman. You got her to like you. That's your girlfriend, so-called, right? So you got her to like you. The most I say, if a man entice a woman, read.
That is not betrothed.
She not engaged. She only 16 and you 17. You understand? Neither one of y'all engaged. Y'all can't get married. Read.
And lie with her.
You didn't lie with her. Read.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
You ready to marry her? No, you're not. You're not. You're not. And she not ready to be married. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not out here to be mean or bash you. You understand what I'm saying? But the Most High God said, give me that in Ecclesiastes 4:9. Be a father to the fatherless. Or is it Sirach 4:9? Look at it. Yeah, look at it. So the Most High God said, you know, where your father at? Where your father at? Prison? So watch this. That's it. Give me, it's Ecclesiastes 4:9. It's Ecclesiastes. Okay, all praise him. Read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 4, verse 10. Be as a father unto the fatherless.
The Most High God commanded me to be a father to the fatherless. You say your dad in prison, you say you don't know where your father is. So guess whose job it is to be our father figures? Our job. That's why we out here. We ain't out here because we want to blast little children. The Most High God told me to be a father to the fatherless. Meaning what? You weren't taught that you were supposed to marry your sister if you lay down with her. Right. You weren't taught that thing. So my job is to come out here and tell you, hey, little bro, you gotta do something totally different, which I'm not gonna tell you to marry her because you're a child. What I am gonna tell you is y'all need to leave that alone and y'all need to grow up, right? Because I asked you, how do you be a man, right? And you said you don't know, right? So your father was supposed to tell you how to be a man, right? And your mother's supposed to tell you how to be a woman, right? I'm gonna show you how to be a woman, and I'm gonna show you how to be a man, all right? Y'all stay right here and listen. Read what you got.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 2, verse 2. I go thy way of all the earth.
So King David is talking to his son, King Solomon. King David is getting ready to die. He told his son, he say, hey, I'm getting ready to die. Read.
Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
So he say, hey, son, dad about to get ready to leave. So I'm going to need for you to be a man. So he going to tell his son how to be a man. Read.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
One of the charges that King David gave King Solomon was, if you lay with that woman, you got to marry her. He gave him, marriage is honorable. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Right. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet. Those was the charges that he gave his son. Read.
To walk in his ways.
To walk in his ways. We going over his ways now. Read.
To keep his statutes and his commandments.
And his commandments. Read.
And his judgments.
So that's how you be a man. You keep God's commandments. You understand what I'm saying? That's how I meant. And we just read one on, right? That was one of God's commandments. That's how you be a man. I want you to go to Titus 2. And yeah, deal with Titus 2. And then I want 1 Timothy 2:9 because it's a dress code. Read what you got.
The book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
So the Most High God said the older women that's over you, they're supposed to act in a manner that's holy. Right. The act that be holy is separate, meaning what? They wouldn't act like the other women that you see here today. Tight pants, showing off, laying with man to man. Because that's what our sisters and brothers know. You and her boyfriend and girlfriend, because this is what you seen. You seen boyfriend and girlfriend, she seen boyfriend and girlfriend, and that's what we went with, because that's what society teaches us. Right. But the Most High God said a aged woman, she's supposed to act in a way that becometh holy, meaning separate. Read.
Not false accusers, not given to much wine.
So today our sisters is in clubs, drunk, smoking weed. The Most High God said that ain't how our sisters supposed to be rolling. They're supposed to be sober so they can teach the younger sisters. Read.
Teachers of good things.
Now sis, he said teachers of good things. Tell me some good things that you're supposed to be taught. Give me an example of something that's good. We just read one of them. Marriage is honorable. That's good, right? That stop what? HIV, single mothers, syphilis, all that. It stop all that if we do marriage in our community. Your father be here if he married your mother. Your father be here too if he married your mother. But we didn't have these laws. You understand? We went away and the Most High God punishing us right now.
That's right.
Read.
Teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober.
So you were supposed to be taught to be sober. You smoke weed? You do smoke weed, though. All right, read what you got.
To love their husbands, to love their children.
So you got to be taught how to be sober, how to love your children, and how to love your husband. You're not being taught those things right now. You being taught what? TV, love, and hip-hop, Atlanta Housewives, all that craziness, Young Thug. That's what y'all learning right now. You learning lit, smoking weed, and foolishness. You ain't learning God's laws. You understand what I'm saying?
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.